You know, I'm beginning to have somewhat mixed feelings on this long-awaited X-Men reboot to happen in the MCU. But there's another part of me that is like, you know what? They're in Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars. At least we have old school X-Men from the Fox universe in the MCU wearing comic accurate costumes, fighting Doctor Doom. So at least we're good on that. But in order for them to like create, you know, an official young version of the X-Men in the MCU based on the comics wise, then I can see why it's taking so long for them to actually do it. You know, and you know what? I'm okay with this basically. I know it seems like, you know, they're trying to piss people off, but I don't believe that's the case though. They just want to make sure they're taking their time with the projects in the MCU when it comes to the X-Men team. They are, without a shadow of a doubt, the most iconic team in Marvel Comics history. The last thing you want to do is mess up of what made the team great in the first place. So yeah, I saw this on Twitter. I saw the thumbnail. I thought, why not make a video? Marvel Studios has reshuffled its release calendar as its X-Men reboot now appears unlikely to hit theaters in 2027. The studio made the first big progress last summer on its new X-Men movie as The Hunger Games, The Ball of Songbirds and Snakes writer Michael Leslie was hired to pen the script. More recently, following strong reactions to his first MCU movie, Thunderbolts beef director Jack Schreider was reportedly selected to helm the mutant reboot. The X-Men reboot received a promising update before Schreider boarded. As an insider revealed, Marvel Studios was planning to begin shooting next year for a 2027 release. The movie presumably would have landed in Marvel Studios' untitled November release date after May's Avengers Secret Wars. As part of a significant release calendar switch-up, Avengers Secret Wars was delayed to December 17th, 2027, which spells trouble for the MCU's X-Men reboot. With the upcoming Avengers flicks bringing back classic mutants and the rebooted heroes not expected to debut until after Secret Wars, that movie is now unlikely to hit theaters in 2027. It may push back to 2028 or beyond. Many theorized that the X-Men reboot would land on November 5th, 2027, which was marketed for an untitled MCU movie but has now been abandoned. The studio's only reimagining mystery release date in 2027 is July 23rd, but as that comes before Avengers 6, the mutant-centric flick probably wouldn't be landing then. Mystery movie releases for February 13th and November 6th, 2026, were similarly abandoned in the MCU calendar shuffle. That shouldn't come as a surprise to many, as Marvel Studios didn't appear to have any far enough along in development to start production imminently and grab those dates. The MCU's X-Men reboot is still shrouded in mystery, with writer Michael Leslie and director Jake Schreider seemingly being the only hires so far. That said, casting rumors have started swirling, with 8 actors supposedly being eyed for the X-Men's MCU's debut. Now look, at the end of the day, you know, we're gonna probably get some casting updates for the X-Men reboot sometime in the future. But like I said, a lot of us grew up with the X-Men, even I did growing up. They were always my favorite team since I was a kid. along with the Power Rangers. But at the same time, there was image of Patrick Schwarzenegger on set. But the question is, what role does he have? He's going to be playing future Cyclops, or is he playing like another character from the comics? A lot of us don't really know what roles they have. One can assume that I think things are going to end up being a lot different when we see some more comic accurate things in the MCU like we saw in Deadpool and Wolverine. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of that in Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars. But I'm alright with it, just they're gonna probably go in production in 2027, and then the film is gonna end up coming out in 2028. That's literally the only way for them to actually get stuff done for the most part. But to be in the MCU for the first time overall. But I just hope they take their time with it, you know what I'm saying? We got the OG X-Men in the MCU, so that at least should cover all of our patience. So yeah, what's y'all thoughts on this, man? Link to the article will be down below. I'm out.